You're listening to Hello, Good Life, the podcast where we help you define what your good life means to you. We're diving into the nitty-gritty of creating an intentionally good life that you love, from the good, the bad, to the downright ugly, and everything in between. Here's your host, Shay Rubsky.
Hello, I am so happy to be talking with you today. I have had some major realizations and I am excited to share them with you. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 sneaky beliefs that are holding you back that I have personally gone through, and I'm going to share them with you so you know how to get out of it. Okay, so first, if you don't know who I am Shay. I am the podcast host. I am the person who is going to help you with your productivity, with your marketing, with your life, because we all need help a little bit with our lives, especially me. So I'm just sharing my personal experience and how I can help you move through the stuff that you would need to work through. Today came about because I had this track that was running over and over in my head. John Acuff calls them like soundtracks, the soundtracks of your mind, essentially. And the first sneaky belief that I am working through, that I've consistently been working through, is the belief that I am not good enough. And let me share a little bit of backstory. So I worked with one of my favorite clients in the entire world for years and years and years and years. And things got hard, life got hard. And so I had to take a bit of a step back. However, one of my zone of genius when it comes to running paid traffic, paid media is webinar to book a call funnels. And so I have probably been through at least 300, maybe even more than that, probably webinar to book a call funnels. And so this client, she is finally building out one of those. And instead of saying, hey, this is your zone of genius, this is your bread and butter, I know you know this, she's going with somebody who is charging more than what I am charging, which that's my belief number 3 that we are working on, friend. But then that made me realize, especially because this is not that zone, their zone of genius. And that made me realize, oh my gosh, as soon as she said, hey, we're going to go a different direction, which business is business. I get that. And there's no hard feelings. This is strictly on what I am feeling internally, was that, oh, wow, she doesn't think that I am good enough to run her paid traffic, even though this is something that I've literally done since 2018. And I have been through hundreds upon hundreds of funnels, reviewed, diagnosed, helped to build into life client success when it comes to webinar to book a call funnels. And so again, this is no reflection on her. This was just my observation of, as soon as she said that, I went to the I'm not good enough, instead of realizing, hey, she's making a business decision and honestly believes that there's somebody else out there who can be more present in the team versus somebody who does not want to show up on weekly calls and be integrated for the price that I was charging. And that's neither here nor there. But for me, like I said, my biggest issue was that I was not feeling like I was good enough. And that's just not true, because I know. And so when I get to that, I don't feel good enough or I'm not good enough, I needed to really take the time to say, okay, this isn't working. I need to look for proof on why I am good enough to prove myself wrong, essentially. And so that is exactly what I did. I have a client who is running a small funnel right now where it's landing page to a low ticket offer, and we are getting 2 to 3 sales a day for that. I have a client who is 2-timesing their revenue. I have a client who is 4-timesing their ROI on their ad spend. So I went in and I literally went client by client by client on who's getting the calls booked, who's making the sales, on who I have helped for 2+ years do this, And I found my proof, and I realized that my knee-jerk reaction whenever I get rejected is to go to the I am not good enough. So if you feel like that, if you don't get that job opportunity, if you don't get that client, if somebody says no to you, do not go to that. And if there is some fear or feeling of I'm not good enough, where can you create that proof for yourself that that is wrong and that you are? And so, like I said, it is a lie. Everyone is good enough. Everyone is more than good enough, is incredible. We are all these incredible, energetic human beings that bring so much to the table. And the fact that we, especially women, and I know men have this too. My husband and I were talking about this as he was starting a new job, and just this mindset stuff of letting this playbook, these words play in the background, and how to really change that soundtrack. And so, what I have actually done in order to help me change that soundtrack is in my bathroom, I actually put a quote on my mirror so that whenever I am in my bathroom, whenever I'm getting out of the shower, whenever I am changing, I am seeing that quote and I am repeating it, and I am remembering that I am enough. I am more than enough. Sometimes I am too enough. That is okay too. And I'm letting myself be and feel that. Okay. So, second thing is that I shouldn't take risks. This is something that I am still working through as well. There's this beauty about being in your comfort zone and with our brains protecting us to stay in our comfort zone. And our expertise, our experience, all of that is in our comfort zone. And that is okay. However, in order for us to gain new experiences, in order for us to push ourselves to grow personally, professionally, career wise, health wise, we need to take a few more risks. We need to allow ourselves to maybe take that one baby step outside of the comfort zone to allow ourselves to see things differently. And this is something that we're working on as a family. I am in a family with where I'm a Capricorn. My husband, my son are Virgos, and my daughter's a Pisces. And my husband and son are creatures of habit. And I'm kind of blah, and my daughter is also kind of blah. And so trying to find that balance of, hey, yeah, we are habitual creatures, but also, hey, let us do something that's going to make us a little nervous. Let us do something, this calculated risk where, yeah, we might fail. Yeah, we might not succeed. But guess what? We have learned something that we can take into our lives and have this experience where we can move on and do something different because we did this. My son actually is taking a different sort of risk. This year, he has started snowboarding. We actually went and got a snowboard for him at the time of recording this the previous weekend. And it's really cool to see him getting out of his comfort zone. He came home from the first time he went snowboarding and he goes, Mom, I fell like 6 times. And I was so proud of him because he is so used to just being the best, doing everything wonderfully. And so to hear him say, I fell and I got back up, that is a risk, a calculated risk that he took. And he came home even more excited to go learn something new and to do it again and grow. And I wish that we as adults really took the time to say, okay, this is a little uncomfortable. I probably should not be so okay with staying right here. I should try to a little bit. And I wish that we did that more. And my goal this year, one of my intentions is to actually say, look, Shay, you need to get your butt out of your comfort zone. You need to do stuff that makes you nervous a little bit more. You need to do stuff that's going to push you to a new level. And let your kids see that too, because if they see you doing it, they're more likely to take that into their adulthood, into their lives, older lives as they grow. You know what I mean? Because they're seeing me get out of my comfort zone. So, what can you do to allow yourself to push push the limit a little bit. Allow yourself to think differently. Get yourself where you're not like a little hermit. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I said that and I'm like, yesterday I hermited, worked from bed because I felt horrible. But today I am back out here recording a podcast, getting uncomfortable, recording this video as I'm recording my podcast so that I can revive my YouTube channel, friends, because it's about to go down in 2024. And I am excited to share this journey with you. That's a risk that I am taking. And it's uncomfortable, but it's also rewarding because I know that I was sent here to share my goals, to share my dreams, to share me doing it differently so that you can believe that you can do it differently, so that you can take that risk and do it differently too. Okay. And so now I'm taking you into that third piece, which is the I don't deserve success. So when my client said, hey, they're going to go with somebody else, my initial reaction after the, oh my God, she doesn't think I'm good enough is, oh my God, I don't deserve to be successful because I don't do a good job. And once I showed myself the proof, girl, you have a client who is 4 times seeing their ROI because they're enrolling people at a $6,000 investment per enrollment. You are doing the damn thing. And I do deserve success because when I rise up, I am bringing others with me. I am bringing my team with me. I am bringing my family with me. And then my children are going to see, hey, I deserve success. My husband's going to say, oh, I'm with this hot mama who's successful. Get it, girl. Okay, he won't say it like that. That's not how he talks. But you get what I'm saying. Like when I rise, you rise. When I rise, we all rise. As one of my old mentors said, it's for you, it's for me, it's for us. So to say I don't deserve success is to say you don't deserve success. It's to say my children don't deserve success. It's to say my best friend doesn't deserve success. And guess what? That's just not true. So I really want you to think about where you're thinking about these things where you don't deserve it, or you're not good enough, or you're not taking these risks, and see how you can change your mindset, change your self-talk around this so that you can. So like I said, what I've done is I have changed it. So I am looking for proof of the opposite. When I'm thinking I'm not good enough, I'm looking for the proof that I am enough. When I'm thinking I don't deserve success, I am going back to the for you, for me, for us, for my family, for my friends, for my grandchildren, if my children choose to have children, for my community, for the people who I come into contact with, because I want to leave this world better than I left it. And I'm sure you do too. So how can you start to see these things differently? How can you start to journal around this and really change how you're talking to yourself? And this is what I am doing too. Okay, those are my thoughts. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Please, if you got even one little tiny nugget of inspiration, of learning, of something that sparked inside your soul, share that. Comment, share, like, leave a positive review, subscribe. It will make my heart the happiest, and it will help me to know that I'm moving in the right direction so that I am helping you move in the right direction. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited to see what you're going to do this year because guess what? You deserve success. You are enough and you are going to do great things. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Hello, Good Life. To connect more with us, check out soulfueledlife.com.